pretentious character, he's a liar, and he has no integrity, no iota of integrity. Wike was calling me when Atiku Abubakar was to announce his running mates. I have records and I printed it out and I'm waiting for him. He called me 19 times in 2 hours, begging us to convince Atiku Abubakar to make him the vice presidential candidate. So when I see him lying on TV, because of the south of this country, because of southern Nigeria, the Nyesom moves to south, you that were lobbying us and begging us, promising us heaven and earth to convince Atiku Abubakar to make you vice presidential candidate, to the extent that he was at the airport. I have a video. He spent hours in the airport waiting for me to call him to say, Atiku, I picked you as a... He was at the airport here, waiting, calling me. He was calling me, my brother and friend, who is we're in the Senate together, was also calling me that day. I have witnesses. I even gave the phone to Abdul Ningi to speak with him. I gave the phone to Senator Zameri to speak with him. He was begging all of us, promising heaven and earth. Atiku should announce him. It was around 1 or so that I told him, Oga, nobody will give you vice president. That was when he left and then flew back to... So the man who was so desperate to be vice president, because you didn't get it, you know.
That was Dino Melaye, former senator representing Kogi West, and a staunch member of the campaign team of former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, rubbishing the claim of Nyesom Wike that his support for Tinubu was because he was a believer in fairness, justice, and equity. A claim that he regurgitated on Monday when he spoke with select journalists in Abuja, claiming that the reason he didn't support Atiku Abubakar was because he is a believer in fairness, justice, and equity, and that was what informed his decision that he will not support Atiku Abubakar. But that video by Senator Dino Melaye, somebody that I also know personally and historically, rubbished everything that Nyesom Wike claimed in that interview about the reason why he supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You can see that this man mentioned witnesses to what happened. He mentioned Abdul Ningi. Of course, you know Abdul Ningi. He's still a serving senator. He was in the news not long ago when he was suspended by this rubber stamp Senate because of some questions he raised about some issues in the Senate. He mentioned another person as a witness to the alleged desperation of Nyesom Wike to be vice president to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. It was a competition in which he was beaten by Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta State at that time. And this is not the first time, this is not the first person that's saying this also. I mean, Dino Melaye, about the alleged desperation of Nyesom Wike to be the running mate of Atiku Abubakar in 2023. Dele Momodu, publisher of Ovation magazine, has also said so. Dele Momodu was the Director General of Communication, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar Presidential Campaign Council. He has also made clear that Nyesom Wike is lying to the public, that the reason why he supported Tinubu was because he was a believer in fairness, justice, and equity, that the presidency must go to the southern Nigeria, exposing the fact that the only reason Nyesom Wike was against PDP in the presidential election in 2023 was largely because he was ignored and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar did not pick him as the running mate. That was why he now became a champion of Southern Nigerian presidency. Now let us remind ourselves why I brought up this matter. I brought up this matter because one of the trending videos of Nyesom in the interview he had with select journalists on Monday was where he was insisting that the reason why he worked against PDP was because the PDP ought to have zoned the presidency to Southern Nigeria. And he claimed that he's still in PDP and that it was PDP that brought what is happening to it upon itself because it did not favor fairness, justice, and equity, which begs the question, like Dino Melaye was saying, and like Dele Momodu has said, if he had gotten the vice presidential ticket, would he have been talking about the presidency coming to South as a sine qua non for his support for PDP? Now let us look at some of the things he said so that we have everything in perspective. When he spoke with the select journalists in Abuja on live television, Wike said, I am still in PDP. I worked hard for the party. I have not seen anybody who has the guts to tell me, Wike, you are not a member of the party. Who is that? What is his contribution to the party? That is more than mine. Wike also noted that PDP violated the agreement for a Southern presidency and supported Atiku Abubakar, hence his refusal to endorse the party's 2023 presidential candidate. He said, and I quote, in 2023, did I not tell you that I wouldn't support their presidential candidate? I said, based on equity, justice, and fairness, the presidency should go to the South because you can't have that and the national chairman at the same time. You therefore take one and give us one. Believing that Atiku will win, they said, to hell with it. And I said I was not going to support. Of course, he was vexed by the fact that those people told him that that Atiku will win. So he was therefore motivated to ensure that he did everything possible to ensure that the Atiku doesn't win. You know, Atiku losing was a validation of his capacity to be able to spoil things for those who told him to go to hell. That was what it's all about. It's all about ego. It's all about, okay, you deny me something, then I will scatter it. Okay, like there's a proverb that somebody told me that it's a Nupe proverb, that the chicken said that what she cannot eat, she will help you to scatter it. So that's basically what happened. He tried to scatter it and it worked for him. But to situate it as Nyesom making himself as a champion of Southern Nigeria, as a champion of somebody who believes in fairness, justice, and equity, as he claimed, is not true from what Dino Melaye has said. And Dino Melaye threw a lot of challenge in this video. It was a far more lengthy interview. I just extracted this that feel the purpose of what we have to talk about in this particular video right now. He threw a lot of challenge because he said he has video evidence. He has documentations to prove that Nyesom lobbied to be vice president. So if he lobbied to be vice president, so what moral right has he to say that he's a champion of Southern Nigerian presidency? It doesn't hold water. And yet, Dino Melaye not saying it alone. He mentioned witnesses, eyewitnesses, and then Dele Momodu has also confirmed that situation. Confirmed that situation. Because once Atiku emerged, that was when Nyesom Wike ought to have shown that his disdain for his emergence. But he waited until after the vice presidential nomination. That's what they are saying. He waited until after the vice presidential nomination to begin to talk about Southern presidency, because he was passed over. It was passed over by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and picked Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, Governor Okowa at that time of Delta State. So he was angry. And when he was granting all this interview, he keep on calling people that they are liars and all that. Now look at how Dino Melaye, what Dino Melaye said. What does that tell you about Nyesom Wike's claim that he is a champion of Southern Nigerian interest? Who is now a liar? When you talk about, because right now, Melaye said this, I've been waiting to see where Nyesom Wike countered him on this assertion that he was made. And I was waiting where he will counter Dele Momodu, because Dele Momodu has appeared severally where he said similar thing, that Wike lobbied to be vice president. Because if he had gotten the vice president, the presidency would have stayed in the north if Atiku had won. So how is he now? How is he then a champion of Southern interest, as he want to portray? In other words, what this video of Dino Melaye has shown and what Dele Momodu has also confirmed is that Nyesom Wike was just interested in his own political interest. He wasn't protecting the interests of Southern Nigeria. And if he believed in fairness, justice, and equity, after 8 years of Obasanjo as president of Nigeria, and Professor Yemi Osinbajo 8 years as vice president, that's 16 years of Southwest being in the presidential villa. 16 years. Ordinarily, if Nyesom Wike is a believer of fairness, justice, and equity, he would have supported those who know that Peter Obi was the right candidate in the last election. By not supporting Peter Obi and even help allegedly in disrupting his victory in Rivers State, he cannot claim to be somebody who believes in fairness, justice, and equity. That also quashes that claim that he believes in fairness, justice, and equity. No, you don't. Because if you believe it, you would have known that the presidency ought to go to the southeast of Nigeria. After being in the southwest for 16 years, you would have known that he ought not to go to southwest again. He ought to go to southeast. That fact was recognized by Afenifere that endorsed Peter Obi, by the Middle Belt Forum that endorsed Peter Obi, by PANDEF, Niger Delta group that endorsed Peter Obi. There was a unison across several sections of Nigeria that Southeast deserved the presidency. Nyesom Wike, who claimed to be a believer in fairness, justice, and equity, is telling us that he supported Tinubu because he believed in fairness, justice, and equity. That's not true. It's all about his interest. That's my take. I don't know what to think about this. What do you think about Nyesom Wike's claim that he fought against Atiku Abubakar because the presidency ought to have gone to Southern Nigeria? But Dino Melaye and others has has quashed that, has rubbished that claim, saying he was begging them to be vice president to Atiku Abubakar. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.